Buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster ride of some tasteless humor, lots of heart, and radical truth with two scrappy chicks. Because adulting is hard, but we are thinking that laughing about it is just so much easier. And welcome back. Rhode Island. This was last Sunday and today is Sunday. So a little behind. I'll be watching it tonight. It's been a rough week. Okay, so last time we left off, there was the argument with Liz and Alicia about the homelessness, and Joellen being in the middle, and they're at the place where Rosie's husband is singing. So they're kind of bickering at the table, and then they go outside, and Liz needed a cigarette, and Joellen and her were going back and forth again, and then even back at the table, and Liz touched Joellen's hair. Joellen ended up leaving. Ashley is feeling the tension and asks if everything's okay, and they're not talking. Monique comes, she's a friend of Rosie, and Alicia knows her. And, and then also during that argument with Joe and Liz, she said, "You're one of my best friends," and Liz is trying to say, "No, we're not." So I'm like, okay, very interesting. So, it's a shame they can't seem to have a good time without bickering, and the whole homelessness thing. Oh my God, it's getting ridiculous. If that is what Alicia felt, then she has every right to feel that, and nobody should be mocking her or telling her that's not her truth, you know? Gosh, I hope we hear the end of this, because it's really getting old. So, anyway, Rosie's husband, he's a good singer, Rich. So, next we see Rula briefly with her daughter at gymnastics. We really haven't seen Rula much. Doesn't seem like she wants to be around mainly Joellen because of the whole thing. Okay, next we have Alicia and her husband Billy at dinner with her family. Her daughter won a dance trophy, which I thought was cute. And then Alicia tells her mom about with Liz and what Liz said, and her mom's very disappointed with Liz and also the aunt. And the mom agreed about the homelessness, and Alicia made a comment that nobody's life is perfect, nobody's marriage is perfect. So next we see Dolores at her rental, and it's funny. I was listening to her recap on Two Teas in a Pod, and she's like, "Why did they have to get us at our worst in Moo Moo's?" So, and Dolores said at that time she was going through stuff where she had inflammation and that, and didn't feel her best. Anyway, Liz and Kelsey are there, and they're talking about what happened in Boston. Kelsey said Joe texted her of what happened. So then the three of them are all discussing what happened. And I think Dolores, or no, Kelsey said she's glad she wasn't there. She's got her own issues with Liz. And I guess Liz doesn't trust Joe. Liz has a hard time trusting anybody. So, that was that. Next, we go to the beach, Scarborough Beach. Rosie and Rich's family is there. They love Rosie. They seem like a very nice family, and they're asking about kids, and Rosie's on the fence. I didn't know this. Rich is 43, and Rosie is 34. So that pretty much was that. And then we see Ashley and Jared, and they're talking about Audrey. Should they sign another year? And Ashley says they need to make more cocktails, so they were making new drinks. And since this was filmed last summer, yes, they did sign another year. So their lease must be coming up again. I would think that they would sign again because they are doing really good thanks to this show. And then next, we're at Kelsey's apartment, and she is doing painting with Joellen. They're each doing a painting, and Joellen was telling her, what happened with Liz, and Kelsey feels like she's in the middle, and says that nobody wants Liz as an enemy, and then the other Liz is scary. I'm like, okay. So then when the pictures are done, Kelsey painted a pretty ocean scene, and then Joellen painted a pig and wrote the Slammin' Pig, for Kelsey from a previous episode where Rosie called her a slam pig. All right. So then we go to Rula having lunch with Liz, and Rula asks her story, what happened with Joellen at their night in Boston when they were listening to Rich sing. And Liz says Joellen plays this role that everyone loves her, and that she plays both sides. And then Rula mocks her. And Liz questions Joellen's authenticity. And Rula's done with Joellen meddling with her marriage, and said that, and this is very interesting now, she's saying this. She hasn't said anything before, but now she's saying that Joellen is not loyal to her husband. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So I guess stay tuned to hear more about that. So now we go to the gym where Kelsey is with Bill, with their personal trainer. And the personal trainer asks if they're official. And Kelsey looks at Bill and go, are we? And Bill says yes. And then Kelsey also says Bill pays her gym membership. They talk about getting rid of her car because that was from her previous ex, and I think it's a Land Rover or something, and he wants her to get rid of it. So I guess stay tuned for that. It doesn't seem like he is comfortable for anything being paid. But I guess her health insurance is important because we learned back in 2015, Kelsey had an accident and they discovered a brain tumor, and then she got it removed, and she gets MRIs yearly. So that's important that she has health insurance, and so we'll see how that pans out if she stops taking help from her ex. Then we have Joellen, and she calls Alicia. She's on her way to meet Liz, and it's outdoors, and Joellen was saying it was kind of cold there, and then it starts to rain, and Liz has shown up, and they say, I have no desire to fight about this, and the homeless thing took offense for her, to be the peacemaker. And Joellen was telling Liz that, you're being mean. Why are you being so mean? And Liz saying, stop saying, that we are best friends, and then calls her a freak and a devil and not real. And then Liz says, you attacked her, saying okay, Liz is saying she attacked her and her character, and that's why she put her hands on her. And Liz got up and she walked away and called her a POS, and um, she called her a crazy bitch. And yeah, that didn't end well. It seems like they get together to try to resolve things, and sometimes it doesn't end well. So, um, next week it looks like there's the video talk finally from a couple episodes ago that Joellen has seen and showed the girls. So, that will actually be airing tonight. This is Sunday, June 7th? I think today's the 7th. Oh wow. 39 years ago, I graduated from high school. So, okay. After this, I'm going to do the Valley. So, this is going to be together. So, hang tight. Okay, the Valley. Starts out with Luke and Zach working out. Zach is not feeling it. Next, Lacey is combing Isabel's hair. They're at Jesse's house. Then we go to Jason and Janet. It's his post-op appointment, or actually it's post-operative, where he's done because he's still kind of under the anesthetic. He probably did outpatient. A lot of stuff is being outpatient. And Janet takes him home, and she's trying to do everything for him, and he's kind of snappy. And the doctor said it's typical of somebody coming out of anesthesia to be snappy. Next is Zach, Jasmine, I believe she calls Zach, and he's upset because his roommate took the monster fridge. And what I mean by monster fridge, like, it's like when you see in the stores the fridges and they have like the label or the logo of the company. Yeah, his roommate took that amongst everything else, like a TV that Kristen gave him, like left him with nothing. And I can't understand why he took all that, like furniture in that, which he just wanted him to get the hell out. So I don't know if Zach just said go ahead or what, but he was in that apartment before. That was Jasmine's apartment, and he was her roommate. So I can't understand that Zach not having anything, not even a wine opener. So yeah, that was interesting. And then we have Danny and Nia having lunch and talking about, of course, everybody and why they keep. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not Danny and Nia's lunch. I got ahead of myself. Nia and Michelle go to lunch and talk about Danny and how everyone has an issue with him and that. And Michelle says she's been there, that she had issues with Jesse, and that she was always, like, she was protecting him, so she thinks Nia's doing the same with Danny. Next we have Brittany recovering, and Brandon comes there, and she's a little upset because he was supposed to get her pills, and I guess didn't get there in time to get them. The place was closed, and she gave him money to come there, which I think was ridiculous. And he bought her flowers, and when he leaves to go get her pills, she says to Kristen, yeah, with my money he bought the flowers. So we're all seeing the red flags with Brandon, and I believe she is not with him anymore. Thank God. He was a hot mess. Okay. Oh, and he was a jerk to her dog. And next is Danny and Nia out to lunch with the baby, and Nia says she'll miss the baby stage since Danny's getting a vasectomy. And it's funny, the baby spits up on Danny, and Nia is like, yeah, this is it. We're done, and she, was kind of sad. And Danny's thinking, so you're saying there's a chance? She's like, no, you're getting that vasectomy. Next we have Jesse, Jasmine, and Zach, and they're out, and Jasmine is again bringing up the Danny thing, and how Lala speaks up and everyone listens and respects her, has her back, but they didn't me last year. So I they I just wish they would resolve it, because it feels like same, like oh god, like a record player skipping. It's like, come on, enough already. I mean, uh, it's just crazy. Okay, so Zach is talking about his apartment warming apartment, and Benji is his boyfriend is slowly moving in, and Jasmine says, "I want you to talk to Danny at the place at the party about his drinking," and Zach's like, "Okay, fine, I will." So next we have Danny, Jesse, and Tom doing a celebration that Jesse's getting a divorce, and Tom brings a bottle to celebrate. Danny does have a drink, and they get to talking about what's going on, and Danny says he has a target on his back, and that Jax is the one that put the target on his back. Jax is not in this season. And Jesse's like, everybody else, has faults, but it's not like, brought up. And he's like, maybe we should start doing that. And then Jesse and Danny thinks Brittany is the one starting stuff, and no one goes after her, and they tell Tom to be quiet. Well, I'm sure Brittany has seen the show by now, so this shall be interesting what happens. So finally, at the end, we get to Zach's party. Barely any furniture, so he's got some folding chairs, red Solo cups, pizza from Domino's, a charcuterie board, and it looks like a frat party. And pretty much everyone comes there. Tom brings Kiana, and she doesn't have her sunglasses on. Lacey was actually talking with Lala and Michelle, and I think she was trying, but Lala was thinking in her head, girl, no, please. And she was like saying, oh, do you want me to do a divorce party for you? And Michelle's like, no. Michelle was not amused. I know Lacey was trying, but Michelle just was not amused. Zach does pull Danny into a room to talk to him about the drinking, and Danny says, I've been drinking water all night. And earlier we see Danny did sneak in the kitchen, and it was caught on camera of Coke and gin or something. So, like earlier, and like with Nia and with Jesse, Danny feels like he shouldn't drink around him, because people, seem to notice or have issues or that. He does get a little heightened when he does drink, so maybe he shouldn't, because he sometimes can't, control what he says. So I think, yeah. I don't drink myself, because my husband is 5 years sober, and I see what it does to you. So, but no judgment. I'm not saying Danny has a drinking problem. I just see what it can do to you from head to toe, and that's why I have no interest in it. Anyway, what happens next? Okay, so then at the end, Zach does a little speech and he wants to thank everybody, and especially Kristen and Brittany, who at times had lent him money, and then I guess it shows he Venmoed her $2,000, but I guess she only lent him $1,200. Brittany's out there because she's recovering, and this is such a small place. So how do they get everybody to fit in that small place? Like the kitchen, the dining room, the living room, very small, but they got the whole cast in there. So that was something. I hope by now Zach has more furniture and a new TV, because I think that's crappy. What the roommate did. I don't know if Zach was just at a point like, just get the hell out of here, I don't care what you take, and he did, or was he not there when he took the stuff? I don't know. So, I don't know how many more episodes we have, but I had seen that there is going to be a trip to Mexico, and it looks like Danny keeps, like, they're on a boat. I don't know if they rent a boat or something, and so yeah, so stay tuned for that. And I wasn't, like, I haven't ever, like, watched Love Island, and then I started and I was like, okay, I seen one episode. I need to catch up. I guess they're on every day but not Wednesday, something like that. It's different from what I'm used to watching with other series. So far there's 6 couples, so I don't know if that's it or if more. I thought there was more people, so I guess I gotta keep watching. I guess they add more people, I don't know, but I think I heard some rumbling. I think we might be getting some rain. Alright, well, I'm gonna watch Rhode Island, and then Wednesday is the Valley again, but I'll try to get the Rhode Island out probably by Monday or Tuesday. Alright, see you later.
We love our Scrappy Peeps. So thank you all for joining us and becoming part of our flock. So please like, subscribe, and share. And if you don't like us, unfortunately, yo mama. But if you do like us, we look forward to seeing you next time on Two Scrappy Chicks.